Okay, so we had finally found a home. Cool. So next thing was jobs, because again we had moved down there with no plan, no nothing. You all make a plan when you all do stuff. We did this stuff ass backwards, but I mean it happened. So we had no jobs. So I was the first person to get a job first, and my job was DoorDash. DoorDash was amazing. Amazing. And not so much as amazing as far as like pay wise. It was amazing because it was such a free job. It was, you made your own schedule. You didn't take any orders from anybody. You just did as you please. You worked when you want to work, and you were doing your own thing. Like, and that's what my goal is, to be my own boss. And it felt amazing. The pay, it really wasn't that bad. I would say on an average day of DoorDash, the lowest I made doing, let's just say an 8-hour shift, the lowest I made was around 150, 160. The highest was like 275-ish, somewhere around there. But an average day was around 180. I think an average day would be like 180, 170, something like that. So the money really wasn't bad. You know, it paid the bills. I was cool. So I was the first one to have a job. So mind you, everybody, we had money saved up, but still we needed a job. So I had a job first. So the rent was paid for the first month. Cool. We got everything set up, the cable, we had moved in, everything was nice. We were straight trying to live. Then my friend had found her job next, and then my mom. So we thought we were going to be pretty cool. Now, during the whole process of finding jobs, it was really chaotic because it was stressful because none of us had jobs at a temporary point of time. And again, it was 3 women in a house, in one household. That's my friend and my mom. And, you know, it was just a lot of emotions. It was a lot of, I always say, when you put too many women in a room, it don't always work out. Like, it don't always work out. Sometimes there's just too much estrogen. You need a little testosterone to kind of mingle and mix things up. It just kind of gets a lot. Like, women, we are very territorial. Like, that's just how we come. So it was a lot to handle, but stress was high. I'm not gonna lie, stress was high. I had wound up, oh my god, I forgot all about it. I had started having massive headaches, like massive headaches, where to the point where I had to pull off on some of my DoorDash runs off the side of the road and just take a nap, or I had to come home and stop early because I was so stressed out. So what it felt like I was gonna have a stroke soon. Like, I was so stressed out. And it was some stuff I had to release. And my friend, she talks to me and really helped me release a lot of that stuff. Like, it was just, I was so stressed out, like so stressed out. And even during that whole situation, I remember, get out, so yeah, because this is a part of everything too. I had suffered like a breakdown. I was taking my nephew, my friend's son. I was taking my nephew to the babysitter, and I was listening to some kind of music. Music really soothes me. Music really just gets all my emotions out: happy, sad, anger, whatever. It really helps me ease at all my emotions. And I was driving on the highway when I was listening to a song, and I just remember I had just started crying. You all just started breaking down, tears falling, just had a mental breakdown. And I had to control myself because I had my nephew in the back seat, and I was like, I thought I was going to crash. It was so bad, I thought I was going to crash. So I had to pull over for a second, get myself together, make sure he was good, and I kept driving. And I still cried on the way there, but I had to gain control. I had lost control for a little while. So once I finally got to the babysitter, I dropped him off, and I got back in my car, and I cried. I went back to the house, and the whole day I just cried. I cried. I was having a straight breakdown. That's all I was having a breakdown. And it's because I hold stuff in. I haven't let it loose in years. If anybody knows me, then I don't cry. If anybody has seen me in person or been around me daily, I don't cry in front of people. I don't cry at all. Like, I really always, my mom's a tough woman. So in my household, we didn't cry. Like, it wasn't none of that crying stuff. And, so crying was for weaklings. So we don't really cry. So yeah, that was, a part of the stress I had, and it was just craziness. It was really crazy. But then the last piece of stress I had was, so in Texas, And if y'all watching from Texas, I love y'all. I love y'all. But y'all can't drive. In Dallas, Texas specifically. I don't know about other Texas, but Dallas, Texas where I was at specifically. Y'all can't drive. You all play bumper cars, like, and you all try to hit each other the hardest. It was so many accidents. Right, left, left, right, up, down. Accidents everywhere. Like, everywhere. All day, every day. It was accident. So I had wound up getting into an accident, and I got hit really, really bad. I lost my car. And you all, I had blacked out for a little while because I really don't remember. I remember turning and seeing lights, and then I remember being on the side of the road. And I remember the cops saying pull over or come over or something. I don't know, but I remember being on the side back on the parking lot, and they towed my car. And I just know that I had went numb for like 3 days straight. I was just numb, like numb. I was numb. I couldn't even comprehend I had lost my car. Like, it was crazy. It was like crazy. Then after that, yeah, so much had happened. So then after that, I told you everybody had jobs. But the sad thing about it was everybody got jobs. They got jobs a little bit too late because the rent was due. They wouldn't let us pay late. And they were like, either you all give us the money or you all are out. Like, point blank, period. So we had wanted to come up with a solution, and we had did a voluntary eviction, which is where we are choosing to leave. And it goes on your credit, but it's not as bad as an eviction, but it's still on your credit, so it's still bad. But yeah, well, we was in the house for like a month and a half, 2 months, and boom, we were gone. So we were out the house. We had to get out the house that night. Yeah, we had to get the house without like 24, 48 hours. We had to leave the house. I think 48 hours we left the house. And my friend wound up staying with a friend of hers from her new job so she can get back and forth to work. So then me and my mom, we were just literally in her car sleeping, in motels. I slept overnight at her job a few times in her car. It was very, very crazy. I had never experienced that before, and so grateful that I did experience it because it taught me so much, and appreciative that it wasn't worse than what it was, because it could have been way worse than that. But I mean, yeah, it happened. So we were pretty much, homeless for about a good, because that was what, in January, February, March. We were homeless for about 2 months. 2 months. Yeah, we were homeless for about 2 months, literally. And we were talking to a few family and friends and stuff, like debating what we're gonna do next. So I have an aunt that stayed out in Vegas, and she just kept telling us, come down there, you all can stay with, we can stay with my aunt and uncle while we get back on our feet. And whoop-de-wop. And we didn't, at first we were very hesitant about it, only because we know how we are. So me and Mom, we can live together. Like, I think we're never not gonna live together because we're so close in age. And she was just telling me she's not leaving. She was like, so if I go somewhere, she coming. And she getting older, so she not be by herself. Like, she by herself. And she was just like, she ain't going nowhere. So we pretty much stuck together, to the end. So it is what it is. It's cool. I can live with her as a roommate, but other people, I can't. Like, I just cannot. So my aunt was telling us to come out there. So again, we were very hesitant at first because we know how we are, but we were just thankful that we had family out in Vegas to even extend that to us. So finally, after weeks of debating, we got our money back together. I was renting rentals to do DoorDash, and to pay for the rental and also to pay for the hotel, or wherever we were staying at, and get food and stuff. DoorDash was supporting all of that, so I was cool. I wasn't cool, but I was content. I was getting it done. I was hustling, trying to get my money together. So we wound up going out to Vegas. And currently, that's where I'm at.